Hey everybody, welcome to Office Hours. I am Elaine Pauley, president here at MagnaWave. I'm very excited to be joining you today. Pat was unable to make it to Office Hours. As you know, he's on the MagnaWave Express, so he is traveling and currently in Florida and had some things come up and was unable to do today's Office Hours. So here I am. I am subbing in for you all today, and I'm excited about it. I got a couple topics to talk about. Please tell me where you are, where you're located in the comments. Let me know where you're watching from. We'll let everybody kind of join here. We'll also do some giveaways today, and I will share, what's happening around the office here at MagnaWave and within our company. And you guys are, encouraged to ask questions. That's how we do any type of swag bag or prizes that we give out. We give those out based on the comments and questions that you ask in the comment section. So please feel free to ask your questions about MagnaWave, about anything that you are interested in terms of our company, our products, our training, any of that. So let's see, who do we have here? Hello, Kathy. Sue in North Carolina, how are you? We have Denise. Hello, Denise and Samantha. Wendy in New Jersey, Leslie in Colorado, Anthony in Ohio, Jeff Fitton, hello, how are you? Great, okay. John Stevens in London. John, I love it. You are always on. Excellent. Okay, so I'm going to go over a couple of things that we got going on currently, some promos and just some really cool updates. Okay, so let's see. Everybody's still saying hi, and I'll get to some questions here. Hi, Kathy in Washington. And so one of the things that we have going on right now that is really, really cool, and a lot of you probably know about if you are a practitioner with MagnaWave, meaning you've gotten certified or you've purchased a machine from us, we have an app. It's the MagnaWave mobile app. It's awesome. It's got basically what it is. It came from the idea that, people were using pieces of paper to track their sessions. And what we realized was, we really want to make sure that the owner of an animal or a person or any livestock or whatever, not the owner of the person, but a person wants to keep track of their own sessions, or the owner of an animal or a pet or livestock may want to understand how a session went if they weren't there. So inside our app, you can actually click on, let's say you're treating a horse, you could actually click on a horse, show those areas of sensitivity, and then email that directly to the owner of that animal or to the veterinarian. And the same goes for, a person. So it's a really great tool to keep track of the sessions. If you are treating a dog consistently and you want to say, what did I do last time? And then what worked and what kind of results did I have? You can really keep all of that information right there in the app, which I love. And then you can email and text message that information to whomever needs it, which is great. Also, we've added guidelines in there for sessions on guidelines on different indications, which is excellent for you to be able to use to reference. And we've also done the same thing with LZR. So thank you to Teresa and the certification team. They have actually put LZR guidelines in as well as MagnaWave guidelines. So please check out the MagnaWave app. If you are a certified practitioner, you should have access to that app. And if you don't, you can email support@mwpemf.com. It's $25 one time. Right now. So for $25, you get really incredible usage and a great resource. So that's something no other PMF company is offering. They have nothing like that on the market. So please check it out. Okay, so Angie says hello from Mississippi. Teresa in Texas, hello. Tracy, I know where you are in Indiana. All right, let's see. So Wendy asked, can you please guide how to charge for BrainTap by the time? Okay, so Wendy, all of the sessions are different links. So if you're unfamiliar, the BrainTap is an actual headphone device, and it covers the eyes. It's got red light, blue light, and it plays music through an app. Most of the time, people charge based on the session because some are 7 minutes and some are 21 minutes. So it's really based on how you want to do it. Now, doctors, medical professionals that use this, they will charge $1, sometimes 50 cents to $1 a minute. So you can also do it that way. A lot of people are rolling it with their MagnaWave sessions. So if you are treating somebody with MagnaWave and they add the BrainTap on, you may do that for 20 $15, $20, $25, even depending on, how you have it set up, on top of what you're already paying for them. They're already paying for the MagnaWave session. And then you may charge more for the BrainTap if it's standalone instead of doing some of the other modalities. And what that's called is stacking. So if you're doing like red light, MagnaWave, BrainTap, that's called stacking. So you're stacking different modalities on top of each other to really enhance the wellness of a person or yourself. So that's a term that people use in the holistic wellness realm of stacking different modalities. And that's kind of the idea there, is that you can really put all three of these together, all three of the modalities, the LZR, the MagnaWave, and the BrainTap, and have a really unique experience and a really positive experience, and at the same time get the benefits of all three. And some people, if you do all three, you actually get a discount on the pricing. So it really, what I would recommend doing is kind of looking at what you charge for a MagnaWave session, and then look at how much it would cost to do it as an add-on to a session and then standalone. And a lot of people, there's multiple sessions. I do want to push the fact that if you are using BrainTap, that you become an affiliate with them as well as an affiliate with us. It is inevitable that whoever you come in contact with these two really cool modalities, there's a almost 100% chance that someone you speak to is going to want to buy one of these products. I mean, that's just human nature. People want to have their own things, whether they're going into business or they're just want to treat themselves at home. So having the ability with the BrainTap to sell them or refer them to BrainTap to get a machine, their own headset and their own subscription to the app is brilliant, because whether they buy it from you or they buy it directly from the company, you would rather be involved in that process. So I always recommend signing up, because Wendy, when people are, some of these sessions are 13 sessions in a row that you may need to do for like smoking cessation. Somebody may want to eventually purchase one so they can repeat it from at home. And that's fine for them to do, especially whenever you're involved in that process. So I recommend that you do that. You can do that through your BrainTap login, just on BrainTap's website. You can log in just like you do to the app on your phone and sign up to be an affiliate. Okay, let's see what else. We have more questions. Terry says, I have a new client that has herpes keratitis. First time was years ago. New flare. She had a session of PMF and noticed a tiny change. Next visit, used PMF and LZR. She said her vision improved some right away. How fast can I increase the LZR time? We did 18 seconds last week and seeing her again today. Oh, okay. I would do the full 30. I would do 30 seconds to a minute immediately. I like the 18 seconds. I like that you did that to, test her sensitivity. So right now I would go ahead and do 30 seconds. And then if that's fine, then you could go ahead and move forward with 45 and then a minute. That's how I would do it. So, that's perfect. Great. I'm glad that she had such good results. Those two modalities together, I cannot tell you all. The reason that we recommend these products is because they work. Like, I used the LZR at home for over a year. I used it on family. I used it on my father used it. I mean, we really just used it completely for a year before we ever, talked about it to any of our practitioners or on our website. And what we found is just the combination of the LZR and the MagnaWave is incredible. So it doesn't matter if you have an animal, like any animal can benefit. I mean, yourself can benefit. It's excellent. The LZR, and there are thousands of studies to back up red light and LZR. So I really recommend that you look into that if you are running a MagnaWave business or you're using a MagnaWave at home for your own indications and your own use. You really look into the LZR, because it's an excellent modality to add to what you're doing. And again, just to piggyback, if you missed it, the LZR guidelines are now in the MagnaWave mobile app. So that's a great resource. Okay. Does it cost to become an affiliate with BrainTap? Sophia said that. I don't think so. No, it doesn't. It doesn't. No, you just sign up, just like it doesn't cost to be an affiliate with MagnaWave. You just become an affiliate. Sue Lampton asks, is there a way to log treatment? Sue, I'm assuming that you're talking about a MagnaWave session, and yes, you can log those through the mobile app. You keep track of those there. Is there a way to log a treatment session by date in the app? Yes, there is. Yes, There is. So coming out at the end of this week, beginning of next week, we will have a whole video training session that will be available for you. One of the other really cool thing that's in the MagnaWave app, besides being able to log your sessions by date, we now have the ability to watch videos in there. So we've added videos, right, Chris? Yes, Chris says. He's working very hard on this. So you can watch videos, and then we will be adding training videos inside the app as well. So you'll know how to log those sessions by date. Sue. Terry says, I have the MagnaWave app on my phone, but I just got a business cell phone and would like to move the app to that phone instead. Do I need to pay again for putting it on that phone? I do not need it on my personal line anymore. So, and this could be right, but Terry, if you're logged in as so when I bought the app through the Apple store and I used my current Apple ID, and then I went and I got a new cell phone and I signed back in on the same Apple ID, I was able to download it again without paying. So as long as you're using the same ID that you purchased it with, the same email address that you purchased it with, you should be able to easily move it to that device if you sign off of your other device. Now, if you are using a different email address and a different login to purchase apps through the new work phone, then you will have to purchase it again, because there's no way for the system to know that you're the same person if your email address is different. Okay, Cameron. Hi, Cameron. I just saw you 5 seconds ago. Hi, Cameron. Okay. Carly says, my phone is acting funky. Not sure if you saw my question. Carly, okay. I worked on a mini pig the other day for a limp. I did a full body on her, including both legs, shoulders, by putting the leg through the butterfly loop. The following day, the owner told me she was swollen and sore. Is this normal? Do you know what was causing the limp, Carly? Because basically, it's not normal to ever feel like to be sore. So 2 things could have happened. You could have treated, it's very much like a massage. So if you go get a massage or you massage a pig or an animal, if you go too deep or you do it, you detox, the animal will detox and you will detox if you've ever been and gotten a deep tissue massage. So sometimes you're sore, right, afterwards. So it's the same thing with a pig as it would be with yourself. Biology is biology. But usually I found that if they're swollen, that there's probably an underlying issue there that they need to have a vet look at, because the machine isn't going to cause swelling. Okay. MagnaWave, all it does is put energy in the body, and the body uses that energy and puts it where it needs to go. So if there was an infection, if there was an injury, if there was some sort of I don't know, some sort of parasite or whatever happened in that area, it could be trying to push that infection out. The body is using that energy to try, which can cause swelling in that area. So what I would recommend doing is have a vet look at it, because again, the machine doesn't make the swelling happen. The body does. And the body would do that anyways. The limp was a sign of something going wrong. So is the swelling. So they're all tied to the same problem. And that's what you need to figure out what that is. That would be when you need to bring in a medical professional, a vet, to say, okay, why is this happening? Because the limp was the first sign. And if you wouldn't have done a MagnaWave session, it probably would just be a day or 2 later that this swelling and soreness would have happened anyways. So the body just kind of pushed it forward to try to heal itself or work out the problem. So I would have that looked at by a vet. Anyone that has dealt with or treated this is Samantha, treated a French bulldog for idiopathic head tremors. I personally have not treated a French bulldog for head tremors. I've treated other animals for tremors of different types. Yes, I would recommend doing it. Treating, the top of the head, treating down the spine at a lower, comfortable setting to start. You want to kind of really figure out when the head tremors start. Make sure you're working with the vet. The vet knows what you're doing. But I would recommend, as long as the vet's okay, you could absolutely help with that issue, because again, you're putting positive energy into the body that can help the body in a way that it would not be able to get that energy itself. So, if your body has the tools, has the right energy and the right homeostasis, then a lot of amazing things can happen. And that goes for everybody, dogs. But if I will look into seeing if there's anybody who's had that particular issue with French bulldogs. If anybody has, feel free to comment and help Samantha. Let's see. So Maureen, I believe that's my idle hour MagnaWave. Oh my gosh, the LZR guidelines look great. They are great. They're in the app, the MagnaWave mobile app. If you are a certified practitioner with us, check them out. They're in the MagnaWave mobile app. If you are not and you are looking for PMF machines, this is just a really great reason to join the MagnaWave family because you get a ton of resources that nobody else offers. Sandy says hi from California. Hi, Sandy. Let's see. Okay, so somebody asked, is there guidelines for infants with colic? Okay, Candy, no, we don't have, I mean, with colic, if you have an infant with colic, obviously you want to make sure that they are under the treatment of a doctor, okay? 100% with a pediatrician. I did treat my own children. I would recommend that you, if you would like to do that, again, talk with the doctor. But the big thing was when any of my kids had colic or any issues like that, I did traditional medicine. I did everything my doctor said, but then I would just hold my baby and put the large loop on my lap and just hold my baby. And on a low setting, treat myself and they would get that energy and use it the way they needed to. Again, that's under the guidance of a doctor. Okay, Sandy says, I purchased BrainTap during the discount, received it, and had numerous bundles available the first few days, but now I'm only offered approximately 10 bundles. Sandy, if you are only seeing 10 bundles, if you purchased during the discount where you got the app for 1 year and you got the headset, then you need to contact BrainTap and tell them that. They will have your order in there and they will just refresh it. They may have you under a different email address or something may have gotten crossed, like wires crossed there, but they will give you access to everything. You should still have access to everything. So Teresa says, I do MagnaWave on her head. It's helped. She hasn't been shaking since I've done MagnaWave. No more meds. So I'm assuming this is about the bulldog. Teresa says, my boxer was having tremors in her and had the head shaking. So she started treating on the head and it has helped. Has been shaking since I've done MagnaWave. No more meds. So there you go. I mean, that's it. That's part of the thing with tremors, that she was able to get such great results. There you go, Samantha. That's wonderful. Okay, Anthony, if you're having issues with anything to do with your machine, then just email support@mwpmf.com. Ask for me. I'd be happy to give you a call and help you with that. Okay, Becky Rez says, FYI, pigs, especially show pigs, deal with strep a lot in their joints. It's the most prevalent reason for lameness. It will move back and forth between all the joints, ankles, hocks, and hips. So full body is great. And then specifically the joints individually. And I think you're referencing to Carly's issue earlier that she said that she had MagnaWaved a pig and there was some soreness and some swelling. And I had told you there's probably an infection or some sort of issue going on that the vet needs to see. And that's exactly what Becky is saying, is that is a very prevalent issue in show pigs, especially that they have that issue. So, you want to make sure that strep is not in that joint. And that's, again, a vet would diagnose that and you would know that that soreness and lameness were part of that healing process. So, I mean, I think as long as the vet's okay with it and the issue, you can continue to treat because it's just going to help the body take that energy and put it where it needs to go to help with that infection. Okay, so I think that's it. I think we've got, okay. So let's talk a little bit. I think I've got most of the questions answered so far. So again, feel free to ask some questions there. So a couple of other things that we got going on here internally here at MagnaWave, the virtual tickets for MagnaCon are on sale. Please purchase those now. You can get them at MagnaCon.com. And the reason I'm telling you to purchase your virtual and in-person tickets now is that if you've purchased in the past, or you purchase by the end of this month, you are entered to win our newest product, our newest attachment, which is our full body travel mat. So, thank you, lovely assistant. Okay, so this is it. Ooh. So, there we go. We got pictures too. So I'll let you see it. And then I'll hold it up. That's a full body travel PMF mat. And this plugs into any 2 plug machines. And that's it all bundled up right there. It's excellent. And there it is in the chair. So you can put it over. This is technically a Pong chair. And this is the mat in the Pong chair. If you see the part at the top that says MagnaWave, that's a pillow. There's no PMF in that area at all. It is simply there for comfort. And because some people have sensitivity in their head. with PMF, and they want to treat their body on a higher setting. So this treats all the way to the toes, to the upper shoulders. It's excellent. So it's a fantastic way to use your 2-plug PMF. There it is on a massage table. And then it folds up and travels. It is a high power, full body PMF mat. It works with any of our 2-plug machines. So that's the Spiro Go, the Soul, the Julian Duo, the Pulse Pro, the Max, and the Maia Traveler, and the Maia All-Terrain. So those are the 2-plug machines that this works with. Now, if you have a Spiro Go or Soul, you probably won't feel the PMF in the full mat like you would, just because those are lower power devices. But you are still getting a signal, and you do get a tweeter, so you can test that magnetic strength. And, it's very similar. It's about, I think, 100 times, if not 400 times stronger than a smaller Eimers or Beamer unit. So you could get this mat, use the Spiro Go. You're still, even on the Spiro Go, like even at the medium setting, you're 100 times stronger than the Beamer with that one. With the Soul, you're at least 300 to 500 times stronger. So even though you can't feel it as much, you are still getting more strength than traditional full body mats like with the Beamer or the Eimers. So you could put animals on this mat. You could put yourself on this mat. It's excellent. So check it out. That again, if you purchased your tickets in the past for MagnaCon 2021, or you purchased your tickets this month for virtual or in person, you are entered to win. Here it is again. And I'll hold it up. This beautiful mat. It's super lightweight. It has a travel handle. I love this strap that's on here. Wait, can you see it? See the strap right there? There you go. That actually helps hold it on to the massage table or on a chair. So it's an excellent way to secure it. So it's awesome. I mean, this mat is awesome. So, we have currently, I believe we have about 4 in stock right now. So if you want to go ahead and order today, you can. You can get them on our website, MagnaWavePMF.com. We'll put the link in the comments here. You can also get them in the practitioner portal as well with a discount. So log into the website, check those out if you are a MagnaWave practitioner. Once the 4 that are in stock are gone, we will have another shipment. They will ship in about 4. We will get a shipment once a month. So as we're going to try to keep up with demand. So order them if you want one soon. Colleen says, how does it compare to the Wave Oasis other than portability? Okay, so the Wave Oasis is vibration and PMF. And when I say, so it is full body vibration, and it plugs in that with the Wave Oasis. You get an iPod full of music. You can also use it with the BrainTap. You get a full body vibration. So you get 2 modalities in one. And that's just, plus the Wave Oasis is wider and longer. And the Wave Oasis has PMF all the way through the head. So that's the big differences there. The Wave Oasis also either comes with the chair or with the massage table. So with the Wave Oasis, you're getting 2 modalities. You're getting an iPod full of music. You're getting a chair or a massage table. So, and it's like you said, it's not very portable. It's for people do, take it and go places, but it is more of a something that can stay in an office. It's wonderful. Okay. If you could get the Wave Oasis, get it. Okay. It is by far one of my favorite things to do with the MagnaWave. It's amazing. And you can turn off the PMF in the Wave Oasis and just do vibration, or you can turn off the vibration and just do PMF. So it's really versatile. There's nothing like it on the market. But if you are looking for something that's more portable, and let's say you kind of want that same relaxation, mind-body experience, you could get the BrainTap and the travel mat that I just showed you and get a very similar experience, but you wouldn't have the vibration. So it's just a different way to get that mind-body connection. But I can't recommend the Wave Oasis enough. Now, we also have the Vibration Oasis, and that's just vibration. So we have this travel mat that's just PMF. We have the Vibration Oasis, which is just vibration, and you can spot treat using your machine, okay, while they're sitting in the chair. Or we have the Wave Oasis, which is both in one package there, okay? I hope that answered it. If you have any questions, feel free to email sales@mwpmf.com or sales@magnawavepmf.com. We would be happy to answer, any questions you have, or you could contact your product specialist. Okay. Can you use the splitter with the new mat? Tracy, you can, but I really wouldn't recommend it. And the reason for that, the reason I wouldn't recommend it is because the resistance, like you are sending the same PMF, the same pulse out of the machine that you would for a large loop or a butterfly coil, okay? And that same signal is going across a larger resistance area, a larger area, which creates resistance. And if you put the splitter, then you're cutting it in half. Again, it just makes it it's a lot of pressure on the machine. So I would recommend just using it, by itself. And that's probably the best way to do it, I guess. But essentially you could. I just don't think it's the best way to operate the equipment. The travel mat is, Cameron says the travel mat is also a bit narrower than the Wave. Exactly. It's thinner. It's narrower. The Wave Oasis is like this, and the travel mat is like that. Sydney says, if you purchase an in-person ticket and for some reason things change, does it switch to a virtual ticket? Yes. So last year we did a partial refund, and we would do the exact same thing this year. If you purchase an in-person ticket and we have to go virtual, then you will have, the whole thing goes virtual, then we will be able to do a partial refund. That's it. You'll be able to watch it virtually. And then after MagnaCon, anybody who's purchased virtual or came to MagnaCon Live will actually be able to watch the recordings afterwards. So you'll be able to recap everything. So it's pretty cool. So even if you can't be live for every recording, you'll have access to rewatch, that material before anybody else does. Terry says, do you know if PMF or LZR can decrease scars on the body or cornea that have been there for years? Yes. Yep. Can. Definitely the LZR can. I love the LZR for that. I used it for all 3 C-sections. I've used PMF as well. And I've had several surgeries on my abdomen besides the C-section. And I look less like Frankenstein than I used to. So that's a positive, especially if you have to wear a swimsuit. Okay, let's see what other questions. Is MagnaCon available online? Teresa, yes, that's what the virtual tickets are. They're for sale right now on MagnaCon.com. And you can purchase those today. And if you purchase them, again, if you purchase a ticket or you have purchased a ticket for MagnaCon in person or live, you are entered to win the newest product. I love this. It's so cool. So you can win this. You might be the winner. And if you buy it and you already have it, then we can do a credit for the same price towards something else. Let's see. What is MagnaCon? Maddie, what is MagnaCon? It's only my favorite time of year. MagnaCon is here in Louisville, Kentucky, or virtually from your couch. And we have, this year we have a whole new lineup. We have a bunch of new people coming to speak. So we have doctors, chiropractors, veterinarians, practitioners, just everybody comes. We do educational seminars. We do hands-on livestock, hands-on human, and hands-on small animal training. Besides all the education all day, we also provide at least 1 meal a day. Then we put you on a bus and we all go down to Churchill Downs, historic Churchill Downs here in Louisville. And we go to Millionaires Row where we have dinner. Dinner is supplied. We have a nice big buffet. We do drawings to win prizes. We give away thousands and thousands of dollars worth of equipment. It's awesome. And then we have a race called the MagnaWave Classic, which races on the same day. While we're there, and we draw names, and I think about 8 people get to go down and be in the winner's circle for that race. And then after that, we go back to the hotel. The next day, we do more education. We do that hands-on. It's networking. We have specials, and then we have a live band and dancing and a theme party that night where we give away even more prizes. So if you are interested in starting a business in PMF, if you have a business in MagnaWave, if you are buying a machine from us, if you are stagnant in what your wellness solutions are right now, I cannot recommend, more than anything in the world, please come to MagnaCon. It is not only a good time, but it's going to, reinvigorate you for what your goals are. It's going to, re-energize you. You're going to meet like-minded, awesome people. And you get to hang out with me and my dad and all the MagnaWave crew. Everybody's there, and it's an excellent experience. I mean, we have a really, really good time. So Maddie, come to MagnaCon and buy your ticket before the end of the month, or buy your virtual ticket before the end of the month, so that you can possibly win the full body mat. Okay. So Maddie knows what MagnaCon is. If anybody loves MagnaCon, comment, tell Maddie how awesome it is. Okay, Wendy. Asking the right questions. Rindy says, can the Jackery Explorer 240 support the Julian? And if so, how long? I don't want to spend the money on the Jackery Explorer 500 if I don't have to. I believe the Jackery Explorer 240 can. I believe the 300 maybe is the best, but it can. I do not know how long. I've never tested it for a long period of time. If you have the new, if you have a new Pulse Pro, a new Julian, or a new Julian Duo, so what would constitute new would mean that it has a push button. It's a membrane switch face. It does not have the knob that turns. If you have one of those, then if you are running on any ungrounded plug. So let's talk about what ungrounded means. Like it has no internal grounding for the electricity to go to the ground if there were to be an issue. And most outlets are internally grounded, but some aren't. But if you are using, again, that membrane switch, Pulse Pro, Julian, or Julian Duo, the machine will turn on. If you plug into an ungrounded source like a Jackery, it will turn on, but it will not pulse, okay? And the reason for that is because we have put all of our machines through incredibly high safety testing, more than I believe any other company. And one of the things that happens, what we found is if you are in a hospital or a veterinary hospital or any type of clinic where there's other medical devices around, it is extremely important that the machine itself does not interfere with the electrical grid. That would cause any problems with the other medical devices or any electronics that are in the room. So what we found is that we had to change out some power sources to make sure that these higher power spark chamber devices don't interfere. So that is, again, the Pulse Pro, Julian, and Julian Duo, and the Max soon to follow, the Max Plus soon to follow, will have this same issue. So what that means for you is that you will need to purchase one of these. If you run it on a Jackery, you can make this yourself. There are tutorials online. You can buy one from us, and this will allow you to run the Jackery without having that issue. Now, if you live in a home or you work at a business and you plug your machine in and it does not work, please call an electrician immediately and get the home or building you are in grounded, okay? It is extremely unsafe for it to not be grounded. I mean, extremely. Like the only other option is that what could very well happen is if for some reason the electricity, you were to, have a problem and you were close to the electricity or you're plugging something in or metal or whatever, and that electricity were to come out of that outlet or there was some interference, the only way that electricity would get to the ground would be through you. And that could cause serious injury or death. So if it's grounded and that happens, then that electricity goes through the grounding wire and not through you. So that's why this is so very important. Not only is it, required for most medical devices or all medical devices to have this type of power supply, but it's also just safety wise. So you can use this for the Jackery, but do not buy this. Do not buy this and use this every day at home. Do not buy this and use this every day at work. This is only for those occasions that you're using a mobile power supply, because the better solution to the problem is that now you are aware that your home is not grounded or your business is not grounded, to call an electrician, because this is not just a inconvenience, it's a safety issue for you, okay? And that's very important. And since we've made this change, I've actually talked to 4 or 5 people who have been extremely grateful to find out that they were told that where they were living or renting or purchasing was grounded until they didn't know that this was an issue. So I really would like to stress to make sure that you call. This is available. It's called the grounding power cable. It's available in the practitioner portal. It's also on the build your bundle for every single machine. You could see this. But you only need this for the Pulse Pro, Julian, and Julian Duo, okay, right now. So the grounding power cable, we will also have a grounding extension cord available soon as well. But again, this is not to be used every day. This is not to be used when there is grounding available. If the outlet is grounded, you need to use a regular power cable, not this orange one. This is not to be used all the time, because that could mess up, then you have 2 grounding issues. So please, please, please be aware of what electricity you're plugging in. You don't want to damage your machine. You don't want to cause any issues with your electrical grid. And, safety is our #1 priority, which is why the machines are the way they are. So Kathy says, I've used the Jackery by Julian Duo and it works great. So Kathy, you probably have a knob Julian Duo. So if you have a power knob that goes up and down like this, and you spin it to go up and down, then that is you have a power supply that you can use on an ungrounded outlet. If you have a Julian Duo, a Julian, or a Pulse Pro where you turn it up by pushing a button or turn it down by pushing a button, you need this cord because it has the new power supply. Okay. I hope that's clear. I'm sure we have questions. Terry, you are very observant. Would a plug that is not grounded be the reason that when we are using the Max in client's home on husband and trying to use the LZR on the wife, the LZR just flashes and does not work? They're plugged into two separate plugs and the couple is sitting about 20 feet from each other. This does not happen anywhere else. Terry, yes. Yes. But the thing is that it's not grounded, and the Max currently does not require grounding. So whenever it's plugged in there, the internal grounding is not active, and the Max is pulling in a tremendous amount of power for its power supply. It's running a tremendous amount of power, so that power supply is interfering with the electrical grid in that house. So I would recommend bringing a jackery and running your machine on a jackery when you were there. That's what I would recommend doing. And then also I would just recommend talking to them about it. But the Pulse Pro Julian and Julian Duos with the push button up and down, they'll just turn on, Terry, but they won't pulse. So it won't let you turn the pulsing on without having this grounded power. And I would tell people, I mean, I've had a couple people who said, the client's house works fine. My house doesn't work there. So I would, reach out to people and say, man, if my machine isn't going to pulse here, that's the problem. It's because of, they need to call an electrician as well. And then, so for those instances, I would carry this and the jackery in your car. And instead of plugging this into their wall, I would just plug it into your jackery, because then, you're not plugged in and messing with their electrical. Terry, I would let them know that you suspect that there might be a grounding issue and that they should probably call an electrician. That's all I would say. I wouldn't say that it is or isn't, because it could just be that room. It could just be that area of the home, but I would just let them know that maybe it'd be a good idea to call the electrician. Yeah, you suspect that could be a problem. It could not be grounded. Maureen Boyle says, if I was buying another jackery, I'd get the biggest one I could afford. Maureen is absolutely right. If you go to the practitioner portal at MagnaWavePMF.com, in the portal, she's right. She'd get the biggest one. I would recommend just going big. It lasts longer. It's going to power everything. And then if you go to the practitioner portal, we actually have links for the jackery with discount codes. That's the best way to purchase it. You know that you're getting one that's the pure sine wave that can work with, they works with all of our machines. The only difference is, again, if you have that push button, Pulse Pro Julian or Julian Duo, you're going to use this too. And that's also on that page in the practitioner portal. So, I would recommend going through that route. And with our relationship with Jackery, if there's a sale, it's in the practitioner portal. Cindy says, I was curious if the 240 would run my Maia as well. I believe it will. It's just not going to run it for a very long time. It's not going to be a very long time. I mean, I've run the Max and the Maia off of a battery from a golf cart before, but it's not recommended. Let's see. Wendy, yes, I have the new one. I'm sure you're thinking of the machines. Yes, the push button. And also, let's address something else that the Pulse Pro Julian and Julian Duo do. If you have one of those new machines with the push buttons, you will hear a noise. It's like click, 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 right before right when the machine turns on. That is actually the recalibration of the spark chamber. So every time before the machine actually pulses, it will make that click, 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 click noise right when you turn it on to recalibrate and judge the distance between the pins in the spark chamber. So that's a really cool feature, and that noise is totally normal. So just in case you've had an older machine, Pulse Pro or Max or whatever, and you haven't ever heard that before, that's normal. That sound is always going to be there. And it actually means your machine is awesome and it's doing something really cool. Okay. So if anybody has noticed that, I do want to put that out there. That's totally normal. Maureen, how can I verify that I purchased my ticket for MagnaCon? I can't miss it. You can't miss it because you have to be there. You're so much fun. So Maureen, I'm pretty sure we sent a receipt. After you purchased, you got a receipt. And you should be getting login directions to the Whova app shortly. So that'll show you how to get that app and log in and, start talking to everybody. You can also email support and ask, for Stephanie or anybody in the office to resend you make sure that your receipt that you've purchased. But that receipt, if you don't see it, is maybe in your spam or your junk. But we can definitely send you a receipt and let you know that you've purchased. Sydney says virtual MagnaCon last year was great, but I'd love to do it in person. Sydney, me too. Like, I am so hopeful that we can do it this year in person. Like, I'm telling you, I'm exhausted by the end of it, but it is so much fun. Okay, Becky says the full body travel mat is just awesome, worth every penny. Fits a normal size lazy boy chair perfectly too. Again, Becky's talking about this awesome new product. This is exclusively sold by MagnaWave. This is it completely folded up. And this nifty little, this part right here is actually a wrap that comes off that you can use it to secure the mat to a chair or a massage table. I love it. Again, exclusively sold by MagnaWave. Works with, there it is, works with all 2-plug machines. So that's the Spiro Go Soul, Pulse Pro, Julian Duo, Max, Maia, AT, and Traveler. There it is. It's just nice, man. If you are on the road, this is something that my dad and I have talked about for years and years and years. We wanted a travel mat. We wanted something easy. So it is the just travel full body mat. And again, there's no high power PMF machine on the market that has a mat this awesome, this portable, this full body. So please buy it now, because we do have several in stock. We have about 4 or 5 in stock right now. We will be getting more stock within the next 2 weeks. So if you order today, there's a good chance that you could get it's shipping sooner rather than later. If not, then there's about a 2-week lag time, 2 to 3 week lag time on those orders. So bear with us as we ramp up production. We are also in Kentucky, where there is some delay on how many people we can have working in a building and at one time, because I'm going to grab something. Because of COVID, we also have some really cool masks. I don't know if you guys, we have this one, it's MagnaWave right there. We have several other, we have a blue mask with a filter. So we have some really cool masks that you can get in the practitioner portal. If you're ordering something, it's, great to get, get some of those other items. We also are doing awesome stuff for MagnaCon, some really cool things that we've never had before. And, you know what? Okay. Recently, and I'm sure some of you were there, in the certified practitioner group, people had asked about something to hold the LZR with. Okay, so we have a MagnaWave pop socket. Okay, it goes on if you put it on the back of the LZR, it will actually allow you to grip it with your fingers without losing it. So if you would like to get, Chris, are the pop sockets in the portal? Yes. So if you go to the practitioner portal, you could get one of those pop sockets, and it's super cheap, and it goes right on the back of that of your LZR. And we got a really good quality one that holds on, so you can actually, you won't lose it while you're holding it on a person or an animal, specifically animals, So go check that out. I think we're going to start trying to include those with the LZRs. But yes, a couple of you asked me about that. I'll post a picture later today of the actual using it like that. But that's an excellent way to hold it, an inexpensive, excellent way to really protect it so it doesn't, fall out of your hand and get damaged. So again, you could get that in the practitioner portal. We also have masks. We have a bunch of other just cool things in there. And one or two people today, if you comment and ask me a question, you will get entered to win, and I'll send you some swag. Okay. Let's see what other question. Let's see. So Sydney says, thank you. I started last year and can't afford to do the bigger one just yet. I only have a few places that don't have power currently. When I get busier, I figure I'll go big. LOL. So you're talking about getting the jackery, Sydney, then you'll go bigger. If you want to grow your business quickly, I recommend 2 things. First of all, reach out to Stephanie Harper. Her email is Harper, so S-H Sharper, just the word Sharper, at MagnaWavePEMF.com. She is our new business expert here in-house. She's helping you all build your businesses. She's also helping me with my business builder class. Sign up for the business builder class. It is worth investing in. I teach it. It's 6 weeks long, and it is really going to help you accelerate your business to the next level. You could find that on our website. Sydney, I know that it's, you spend a lot of money to sign up for these classes. You spend a lot of money, but I promise you, if you invest in your business, it will pay. And like I always say, if I give you $1 and you give me back 2, it's worth it all day long. So make sure that you look into some of those business options, because, we've done this before. My dad and I have really we've been in this business a long time. We know what works. We know what doesn't work. And it's a really great way to use our resources. We have a full-time graphic designer, full-time videographer, and full-time developer, as well as social media. So, I mean, we have everything that you could possibly need. The marketing department is amazing. So I would recommend that if you have questions, you can email marketing@MagnaWavePMF.com, marketing@MWPMF.com, or sharper@MagnaWavePMF.com. And any three of those emails will hook you up with scheduling a call, and really we'll figure out what we can do to really grow your business. Okay. Terry, is there a way when using the splitter to make both attachments more equal in how much output they give? You have to turn the machine way up to feel anything on attachment that's up much for the other attachments. Okay, no, Terry, there's no way. I mean, you are literally splitting the power in half. So you have to turn it up all the way for each attachment to get half the strength that you would usually have at the halfway mark. So I would recommend if you really want full control, looking into getting a Julian Duo. I know they're more expensive, but I'm sure we would be happy to talk to you about a trade-in program, because the Julian Duo is 2 complete machines, 2 Julians in one case. So you really have the strength of 2 machines independently powered. It's amazing. So I would look into getting the Julian Duo. And in the meantime, yes, if you're splitting it, if you're using the splitter, you're splitting the power in half. I wish there was more. The only way that we could fix that is by creating the Julian Duo. Okay. Becky says, I got your black mask in the swag bag. It's nice. It's a nice mask, comfortable and easy to breathe. Didn't seem to fog up my glasses so bad. Yep, that's why I like it too. This is an excellent mask. It's lightweight. It's easy to breathe with, easy to wash. Let's see. So there's the link right there for the mask, the pop sockets, and more. Okay, so Northern Lights MagnaWave. When I received my LZR, you all put one in with it. Okay, so you got the pop socket with the LZR, which I thought we had done, but some people maybe had purchased before and didn't get the pop socket with their LZR. So if you didn't get it before, and you want to get some swag, put it in there, or, ask a question and maybe you'll win one. Oh, has anyone done rodeo bulls? Carly, has anyone done rodeo bulls? I have a client asking to have some done. Yes, Carly. People have done rodeo bulls, a ton of them. If you go to where you took your MagnaWave, took certification, so hopefully you're MagnaWave certified. If you go back into what's called Kajabi, and you can access Kajabi or our training portal through the practitioner portal on MagnaWavePMF.com. Log into the website, you go click on training, and we have a full livestock certification and a full small animal certification. So that is, it's been updated over the years. It is full in there now. You have full education on livestock, which includes bulls. So go check that out. That will totally help you prepare for the client who has bucking bulls or rodeo bulls. Maureen says the Biz Builder class is so worth it. It really is, you all. I mean, it's totally worth doing. Okay, Tanya, young team roper severed his finger on Sunday. Ooh, surgically reattached. Recommendations on when to treat if they choose to. Immediately. Yeah, I would treat immediately. Yep, and I would treat often. Just low and slow for whatever's comfortable. You are going to really cut the healing time on that. Carrie says our business has increased since taking the business builder class. Well worth the money. Thank you, Carrie. It really is. And I mean, if I say so myself, it is my class. So maybe I'm tooting my own horn. But it really does. Well, all we do is we figure out who you are, who your business is. And then what we do is we take that and we set your goals for the future. So we brand you, we get you looking professional, we get all the systems in place, and then we put you on the path to where you want to be, and you have goals to hit over the next 3 to 5 years. So any business in the entire world, no matter what you're in, can benefit from doing those things. And I just kind of help you and give you tips and tricks about PMF business, because I've been there where all of you are starting a PMF business. So Aaron reinforces, yes, there is training, a whole livestock section. So check it out. Teresa and Aaron have worked really hard on getting this certification done. It's, again, you can access that by logging in the practitioner portal. Terry, who would I talk to about a trade-in? Email sales@MagnaWavePMF.com, or whoever you purchased your machine from. So if you were working with a product specialist, Tim, Sean, Jessica, feel free to reach out to one of them, if whoever you spoke to when you purchased your machine. Or you can email sales@MagnaWavePMF.com, and we'll get you in touch with your product specialist. Jessica Manning says, for websites, what are price points? Who maintains it? thinking it's time to get one. Okay. Okay, Jessica. They are $150 for initial setup and then $75 a month. That's our basic website. We maintain it, right, Chris? Yes, we do. We maintain it. We have basic content about MagnaWave. You can also add other pages about, let's say you have an LZR or whatever. We can help you with that, about your business. And yeah, we maintain it. You can access it and edit whatever you want. So you can have a blog, you can add new pictures, or we can help you with that as well. So again, $150 for setup and then $75 a month. It's great. There's some really great websites. It's easy. You're getting, great information. You're getting all of our top tier resources in terms of pictures, video, information. And it looks great. It looks very professional. We can also help you with the domain email. If you want to have an email address that's not just at Google or at Gmail, you can actually have it with your domain. We can help set all that up. So I would recommend emailing marketing at MagnaWavePEMF.com. Again, or marketing at MWPEMF.com, and ask for Stephanie Harper. She will be able to call you and go through all your options. We will also be adding in an SEO package later this year. We do basic SEO for your website now that makes sure that you're found in your area, but we're going to have more extensive packages released later this year, because we've been working very hard to figure out what is the best search engine optimization for PMF. And we've figured that we've pretty much figured it out. We got that, what we like to call the secret sauce. We're going to share that with our practitioners. So getting a website through us gives you, really a team on your side to make sure that you have the most up-to-date PMF information on your site. Sue, you said the business class. I don't know what you're asking. So ask that question again. Kelly, I'm working on a horse that has been fighting. Oh, I hate that I have to read this word, phythocysis for 3 years under vet care, of course. How many days a week should I MagnaWave? Currently doing every other day, but wondering if every day would be better. We haven't seen any changes yet, but we have only had 2 sessions. First of all, 2 sessions is you're right. You not seeing a huge change in something that's been under work, on that working with against that horse for 3 years is totally normal. Okay, so 2 sessions. You're gonna have to. It took a long time to get this bad. It's been 3 years. The body has muscle memory and cellular memory, so really you're gonna have to get ahead of that. Every day would be ideal. And like I like to do 5 days on, 2 days off. That's kind of my ideal. But, every other day is great. And then I would also recommend looking into our rent-to-rent program, because if they have somebody who could treat that horse every day, instead of you having to go out there, you could rent them a machine through our program, and you'd be able to rent them a machine. So it'd be more cost-effective for them, and you would be able to make money while also doing other sessions. So I would look into that if they want to go every day. That might be a better route. And if you have questions about that, please feel free to email your product specialist or email sales@mwpmf.com. We'd be happy to talk to you about the rent-to-rent program. There's also a ton of information on it in the practitioner portal, just because every day is a lot and you may find it more beneficial. Okay, Leslie says, I have a simi machine. I left it in my car on a cold day for a few hours. When I went to an appointment, the pulse wasn't as strong. My client could feel that I had to my machine. Is it normal or cold affected this way? Leslie, it's like any electronic. It's a computer system. So sometimes when you freeze something like that, it can cause the actual, parts inside to either expand or shrink based on that cold. So when that happens, it can cause an issue until it warms back up again. And that reset kind of clicks that into action. So, yes, that if you left it out in the car, especially if it was below freezing, then it can cause the internals to expand or shrink, which when that happens can cause issues with the functionality of the machine. So you just want to be careful and not try to leave it out in the freezing cold for long periods of time. Usually when it's running in the cold, though, it keeps it warm. But if it's just sitting there, that's what causes that problem. Teresa Sue says, can I still buy a ticket? Teresa, if you are talking about MagnaCon, yes, you buy that at MagnaCon.com. If you are talking about doing my business builder class, you could do that on our website, MagnaWavePEMF.com. There's also a link in the description. So again, if you buy your MagnaCon tickets live or virtual before the end of the month, you're entered to win. I'm going to hold it up one more time before the end of the full body travel PMF net. You could win this. Yes, it is a full body. And this is for 2 plug machines. So please buy your ticket now. Why, be entered to win. That's the best part. Okay, Kathy, for someone with arthritis in their hip that is older, what would be the protocol to start treating their hip? Would I treat a few days in a row or go every other day? I thought 3 days and 1 day off, then go from there. Kathy, that's great. I usually recommend if somebody's had arthritis or any condition for a long period of time, human or animal, to just do half of a session first. So like if I would usually do 45 minutes, I would do like 20 or 25 in about half strength. Then I would usually do whatever's comfortable for them. And one of two things is either going to happen. They're going to say, I felt nothing, or I was sore, or I feel better. Three things, one of three things. I feel great, I feel sore, or I feel better. Because you're stimulating that area, sometimes just like a deep tissue massage, they could have some soreness, and they are detoxing for the first time. They've probably been on medications and other issues. So it's really important on that first session to just do a half session at about a comfortable setting. And then you explain to them, like, we're going to see how you do with this. You're either going to feel better, you're going to detox a little bit, maybe be a little sore, or you're going to not feel anything at all. And then if they don't feel anything at all, or they feel better, then you know that you could start the regimen that you talked about, what you recommended, as long as the doctor, they are, under the treatment of a doctor and working with them. There's no reason not to do the sessions. It's just it's really important. And that's part of our our training for our practitioners is discussing with them, just like when you leave a massage where they say, the massage person says, drink lots of water and you might be a little sore. That's normal. That's just your body detoxing from any massage. And this is cellular massage. So it's very similar. So making sure that you are, walking that line. You want to know where they stand on that detox and that soreness. And sometimes doing a full session may be too much. So that's why I recommend doing a half session for the first treatment, for the first session. But I do want to reinforce, you're not hurting them by being sore. Okay. When you work out, you're sore, right? But it's a beneficial thing. So it's very similar. This is the same school of thought. Sometimes healing hurts, and that's just part of the body's reaction to change and pushing these toxins out. Hi, Tina, from Brook Park. Teresa said, thank you. It's for MagnaCon. That's the tickets. Again, MagnaCon.com. You can get those virtual and live tickets. Buy them today before the end of the month so that you can be entered to win the full body travel mat. Okay, Tina, what would be the protocol for treating someone with cancer of their esophagus? They are starting chemo. Tina, first of all, talk to the doctor. Okay, make sure the doctor knows what's going on. If the doctor says don't use PMF, don't use it. Okay, that's just bottom line. Usually when we don't recommend ever using PMF during chemotherapy, just because chemotherapy is a type of poison almost that goes into the body and kills cells. And it's a very delicate balance that the doctor gives this person. And you don't want to mess with that. Okay. You don't want to have them absorb more, absorb less, or anything. You never want to give anybody a modality that's under the treatment of the doctor without them not knowing, without the doctor not knowing. I mean, that is 100% 101. And that's for anything. But I would recommend talking to the doctor and see what they recommend. Once they're done with chemo for about a week, if the doctor's okay with it, you could just treat the throat area, treat the whole body, low setting, 2 to 3 times a week, just to help with that, cellular massage and help the body use that energy to however it sees fit to really heal itself. So that's Hope for Cancer Centers actually have 7 of our machines. They use them there. So feel free to look up the Hope for Cancer Center and then speak to that person's doctor. Okay, let's see. Did I miss any? Okay, I think I got everybody's questions. Thank you guys so much. We're at 1 o'clock, so we're almost done. Okay, one more. Oh, what protocol would you use to treat a man with Okay, first of all, Kim, I'm going to tell everybody this. If anything that somebody asked you about, okay, we're not treating anything. Okay, we don't treat any illness. Period. Now, what all that MagnaWave does is put energy in the body and allow the body to use it. Okay, so that's why if you put a coil on somebody's back and they say, "Oh, I feel it here," and somebody else feels it somewhere else, that's just because the body is pulling that energy and putting it where they want it to go. The machine doesn't find anything; the body does. So the word that you had me pronounce, sounds like they can't go to Costco. They have Costcoitis. whatever, chondritis. Itis is literally the meaning of swelling. That's what itis is. So anything that has itis at the end, bronchitis, swelling of the bronchial tubes. So what I would assume is that there's swelling. PEMF is shown to actually, reduce swelling. So what I would do is I would do a half session on the area where the issue is, see how they feel, and then sign them up for every other day or 2 to 3 times a week. And then really listen to that person's body, make sure that they're talking to their doctor. But it really doesn't matter what the condition is, as long as their doctor is aware and you are and you're able to put the coil on. It's not, we're not doctors. We don't need to have, there's not one certain protocol that works for everybody. I've said this before, like if anybody asks me about a certain indication, I literally say, okay, here, where is it? Let's see. Take the loop, put it on the area, turn the machine on to a comfortable setting, and treat for 10 to 20 minutes. And that's the same thing. So it's almost like if, I guess what's really important about this is that as a practitioner, you begin to understand the machine. And what you really learn from our education and from doing this over and over again is you learn what people are telling you and what animals are telling you and what those animals are meaning by moving and what the machine is showing you. And then you're able to communicate that to a medical professional. But the real thing is that you're putting energy in the body. And if that itis can be helped, it will be. So the body will take that energy and use it. It is absolutely worth trying PEMF. Absolutely, whatever your issue is or whatever an animal's issue is, because you're either going to get better or you're going to stay the same. Okay. So it's not going to worsen it. Now there is some soreness, and that's just like you would when you work out and you eat better and you get a massage. All of those things can also cause issues, soreness, detoxification. If you cut sugar out, all those things make you healthier. And make can really help. I don't know how many times I've read stories about people having very serious illnesses and they've changed their diet and they begin exercising and they've been taking care of themselves and those issues go away. That's the same thing as if you're doing those things and you're using this, you're supplying with the body with the perfect homeostasis for it to operate at its best. And the body does not want to be sick. Okay. It does not. So that is where I always talk about the best offense is a good defense. So if you don't want to get sick or you want to help somebody that is sick, the best way to do that is a full on health overhaul. Jamie, has anyone treated anyone with a hysterectomy? Yes. Hundreds of people treat it immediately after bleeding stops. Yes, I've had 3 C-sections. I've had several surgeries on my uterine area. So even in between that, and I've treated people who have had hysterectomies the results are excellent in most cases. So again, under the guidance of a doctor, it should never replace traditional medicine. But yes, you would love it. If you look, we can, if you want to ask questions more about that, I would encourage you to get the practitioner portal. If you're not, check there. And then also join the certified practitioner group on Facebook. There's some great references in there. Sue, if I purchase virtual MagnaCon today and find out I'm able to attend in person, can the ticket be changed? You can update the ticket. Yes, but you would want to do it like at least 30 days in advance because we have to order food, transportation, everything for people. So if you want to upgrade 30 days and you want to let us know as soon as possible, because there will be a point that we cannot upgrade the ticket because we did not order enough food or stuff to cover you to be there. So please make sure that you let us know as soon as possible. Okay, what is the best way to get the odor out of the coils after using them on livestock? I have the attachment covers and still get an odor that lingers. 2 things. We have a new cleaning spray that bottle that I will be announcing probably next month. And that is an excellent, it's amazing. It really takes the smell out of the coils. We've been testing it for several months. I'm very excited about it. So that will be coming out next month. In the meantime, Lysol wipes are great. Keep using those attachment covers. Wash them in between sessions, like at the end of the day, wash the attachment and wipe down the coils and then put those attachment covers back on. You can wash those covers with hot water and soap and hang them to dry, and then using them again is the best defense. But we will have a new release. Everybody who works here is so excited that I say that. Next month, where we'll be showing you all some really great cleaning tips and providing you with some new tools. My friend had a tummy tuck and liposuction. She's talking to her doctor to make sure we can start doing sessions. How would you start off? Shandi, same thing that I said before. It's great she's talking to her doctor. She can absolutely, there's no reason from my perspective she can't do it. But again, I'm not her medical professional. I'm not a medical professional at all. But what I would do is the same thing I said before. Half session, okay? So the large loop right over that area, okay, over the tummy tuck area. Low or a comfortable setting, whatever she's comfortable at. And then like a half of a full body session. So usually I would takes about 45 minutes to do the whole body. So I would do like 5 minutes an area, be done at about 20 to 30 minutes, and then see how she does after that. So you could just do 10 minutes total and do that area and see how she feels, how she's comfortable after that. Make sure she drinks lots of water, and, obviously takes any medications and any vitamins that she was already on. Can one possibly have liver kidney issues from detox? Shars, this doesn't overly detox your body more than it can naturally. So it's not going to force your body into some severe detox. Anything that, if you have a liver or kidney condition, you would have to talk to your doctor about if detoxing is good for you. But it's very similar to like going to a sauna and sweating, getting a massage. It's not going to push your body over the limit where all of a sudden it's causing any issues if you're a completely healthy adult. No. Now, it can be sore. You can be sore, but that's about the extent of it. Let's see. Aaron says use peroxide or distilled water and vinegar soap solution. It will help with the smell. And again, we'll have some really cool products. I've been, this has been this smell on the coils and the machine, using it if humans and animals are using it. Even if you just treat animals all day long and you maybe want to bring it in your house, that smell is there. So we've got some really cool new options that we're going to start announcing next month for our practitioners. So I'm pretty excited about that. All right. So I think, let's see. I guess that's it. We've got it. Okay. Thank you everyone for commenting. We will have the marketing department pull 2 numbers, and then those people who will count down the comments, and those 2 people will win a prize. If Emily or Chris or somebody could just pick the 2 names from the number and then put it in the comments, that would be great. I can announce it before the end. Oh, we got one more. Okay, this is the last question. Terry, I've been using PMF on my stage 4 kidney failure, English Mastiff. I was very worried about the detox issue because her kidneys were barely functioning. I got to the point we had nothing to lose. She has improved so much. I think we talked about that, Terry. She has improved. That's what I'm saying. Like, it's the energy is not going to detox. It's not going to cause a detox. The energy that PMF puts out is going to allow those organs, essentially, that it should help them function better. So Terry is saying that she was very worried about it. We did, I believe you and I talked about this, Terry, and we said do it, and she has improved so much, capital so much. So thank you for sharing that. Shars asked about the kidney function, and Terry is responding that to Shar. Okay, great. So let's wrap it up. Get your MagnaCon tickets. If you get your MagnaCon tickets virtual and live before the end of the month, you win the newest, coolest product that we just got, the MagnaCon. The MagnaWave PMF travel mat. There it is, MagnaCon, June 9th and 11th, 2021. We have in-person and virtual options available. This is the price. If you buy your virtual ticket, you could win this, or you buy your in-person ticket, or you have purchased a virtual in-person ticket already, you could win this. So we're giving this away at the end of the month. I'll probably come on office hours and announce the winner. So please tune in every Tuesday at noon, and get your tickets. MagnaCon.com is where you purchase your tickets for virtual and live, and you'll be entered to win. If you come to live MagnaCon, we give away thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars worth of stuff, attachments, machine. We give all of these things away at MagnaCon if you attend in person. If you attend virtually, you will still be able to participate and see all the education and get all the learning that you can, but you can't win some of those bigger prizes. But we'll have some fun things for you guys to interact with as well on the virtual aspect. So if you can come to MagnaCon, please come and get your tickets before the end of the month. Okay, Sherry said she just got virtual. Sherry, great, awesome. We will announce the two winners of the swag bags shortly, probably here or in the certified practitioner group. And we'll send you some of these really cool MagnaWave masks. You could get these on our practitioner portal if you're not the winner. It's really lightweight. I can never tell where to turn. It's got the logo, super nice. We have this in black. We also have a heavier, dutier one with a filter, charcoal filter that's, awesome as well. That one's blue. You could get the pop sockets for the LZRs. You could get the attachment covers, all the things. Plus, you could get the new travel full body mat in the practitioner portal on our website for a discount. Or you can buy some of that stuff, right? The stuff at full price just by going to MagnaWavePEMF.com. Don't forget to check out the new education for the pets and the livestock. It's available to all practitioners in the education portion. So all new content there. And then make sure that you check out the app for the guidelines, the new guidelines, the LZR, and the videos. So we've got a lot of stuff going. Okay, our winners are Terry and Sydney. You randomly drawn winners today. Terry Paquin and Sydney Bard, congratulations. You won the swag bag. We will be confirming your address, your shipping address, and shipping those out here this week. So congratulations, everybody. Or congratulations, Terry and Sydney. I'm tired. My throat is sore. I'm talking so much. You guys have an excellent rest of your day, and I will see you next Tuesday. Join us right here at noon for office hours.